Realized my mic wasn't plugged in. Thanks for listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast. I'm your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Shearer. Jacob Franklin did not bring his camera today because I asked Jacob Franklin if he would come on the show, and he said, we'll see. This basically precludes Jacob Franklin from joining the show, Shearer. We know what he's up to.
Unacceptable, but that's okay. He's focusing on ASU tonight.
He's focusing it's focusing on ASU. We're going to get a lot. We got a lot to get to. I'm going to make the case as to why Arizona football is a national title contender next year. No cap, as the kids say. Arizona, Colorado preview. But first, in one of the more enjoyable moments, Dorian Singer has entered the transfer portal. Obviously, that year at USC didn't go well. A lot of people saying, well, would you like to have Dorian Singer back? I say yes. I would take Dorian Singer. Here's my case as to why I would take Dorian Singer. Because I still want to get Kevin Green, Malachi Riley. They're all going to be on the field. Montana Lamonius Craig does very little for me. Dorian Singer's better than him. I know they're different wide receiver positions. I would take Dorian Singer. What say you, Skier?
I probably would. I don't think Arizona will. I don't know for a fact. I think it depends what they can do in the portal. Like, I would rather have Silas Bolden than Dorian Singer.
So would Alabama.
Right. So if they could, but Singer would go to the outside, replace Montana. You'd still have your opportunity with Kevin Green in the slot and all that. I could see it. I think it was funny because JDL and Dorian Singer were perfect for each other. Dorian Singer does not run good routes, but
right.
JDL would throw the ball up and say, go get it.
Right.
And Dorian Singer would look awesome. Caleb Williams and Dorian Singer never had that trust. When Noah and Singer have that trust, I don't know. If they don't, then it's a waste because that's just the kind of receiver that Singer is.
We do agree that Dorian Singer is better than Montana Lamonius Craig.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to go there. So, but again, I would bring Dorian Singer back. Take it for what it's worth. Shear's working the sources right now. But that also goes to show you sometimes that the grass isn't greener on the other side. And I think Dorian Singer certainly found that one out. But as far as the Arizona receivers, like I said, my whole thing is this. And again, did some very good things, did some good stuff. But I think Montana is very limited. With Jedd Fisch's offense, there's no reason that you can't have three really good receivers out there at all times. We saw that the previous year with Jacob Cowing, T-Mac, and Dorian Singer. This year felt like he was just kind of taking up a space. And anytime I hear something about, hey, well, you can't take the wide receiver off the field because he's a good blocker, that tells me all I need to know about the wide receiver. Again, not a bad player, Montana Lamonius Craig, but I think Arizona can do better. I think we deserve better.
Yeah, Arizona can do better. And Montana really wasn't that good of a blocker either. I mean, to be honest, I don't know what he did well. Maybe I think it's more of them just liking him over the other options. And if they got an option that they like better, they would play that option over Montana. And the team loves Montana. He's a great kid and all that. There's no issue there. I just think if you have the ability to go out and land an elite receiver, and I don't know if Singer's that guy, but if you have the ability to go out and land an elite receiver, you do it.
Was it last year that our good friend on Twitter was saying that Dorian Singer was the best wide receiver on the team?
Yeah, I'd assume.
All right. Just mark.
My guy was right. My guy was right when Singer left. You left.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, what does that guy know anyways? It's not like his job to know or anything. All right. Now, I am going to make the case. Jacob Franklin, we're getting this started at the 4:30 mark as my pen just broke. Okay. I'm making the case that Arizona football is a national title contender next year. And here is why. Arizona is going to finish the year ranked probably about 10th in the country, something like that. Here's what you have. You return one of the handful of best quarterbacks in college football. You return probably the best wide receiver in college football. You returned 4 of your offensive linemen. I know it was somewhat of a mess without Jordan Morgan out there, but I think a big part of that also was that players were playing a little bit out of position. You had somebody out there that probably shouldn't have been out there. And then on the defensive side, you have a secondary that is loaded with NFL players, all conference type dudes. You've got a linebacker in Jacob Manu, who is going to be an All-American type player. Big Bill Norton, as we know, and I think you got two nice edge rushers as well. You got to fortify some things, but Sheer, I say we don't stop at college football playoffs. We say Arizona goes in next year as a national title contender.
No, but I appreciate what you're trying to say.
Why?
Because look, man, like, are you watching the playoffs?
I watched Washington, yes.
The way Washington looked, did you think that Arizona could beat that Washington team?
I would just say this. Arizona played Washington, and when Arizona played Washington earlier this year, Arizona had the ball down 7, and that was in Noah Fafita's first game as a starter?
I just think I do think Arizona's a playoff team. I think there needs to be certain position improvements before we can say they're top 5 in the country. Like, they have to go out and get another linebacker. They have to go out and get another pass rusher. There's a lot of teams that are going to go out and do that. I don't know. I just I like where you're coming from. I don't think it's insane, but like Arizona versus Georgia next year.
Again, we're talking Arizona-Washington. They are in the national title game. Arizona-Washington. Let's talk about that game. Again, Arizona outscored them 21-10 in the second half. Again, with the ball to possibly take the lead, and Noah Fafita was in his first game as a starter. You think Noah Fafita was a little bit better after that first game?
The Washington team that you saw the other night, you think Arizona beats that team?
Well, I can say that about anybody, though. I could say that they could beat the team that played against Oregon State and won by 2.
Yeah. Okay. But this is the playoffs. Do you think Arizona's better than Michigan?
I'm talking Washington. All I'm saying is this, is that Arizona held their own every bit against Washington and outplayed them in the second half. And again, I think the word minimizing it here. Everybody keeps talking about 4 and 5 stars. You guys are all great. You're smarter than me. But miss me with all that. Washington has very few 5 stars on their roster as well. As a matter of fact, I think they're one of the few teams that hasn't had a top 5 recruiting class in amongst the college football playoffs. And again, it comes down to the offense. You've got one of the handful of best quarterbacks in the country. I don't think it's outlandish. And on top of that, I think there are quite a few high-level NFL draft picks on this team. I care more about that than 4 and 5 stars.
Look at you. I'm proud of you.
Sheer, you disagree, and I don't like it.
I think Arizona's there's news all over the place. Arizona's a good team. I just think there's another step they need to take in order to.
If Arizona got another Taylor Upshaw, somebody with 8.5 sacks, do you start getting interested?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so there we're at. By the way, miss me with all this Michigan stuff. I like Washington in that game. By the way, Michigan doesn't do anything for me. Well, I mean, they do something for me. But Noah is also better than any QB that Michigan has faced this year outside of Michael Penix. Again, we are talking about the Noah Fafita factor and T-Mac. Again, I get it. But if they can shore up 2 positions, all I need is 2 positions shored up. I need to get that offensive tackle position straightened out, as we saw, and I need another pass rusher. That's all I need. Other than that, I think we're in a good spot.
I don't disagree. That's fair.
All right, Jacob. Hey, Jacob Franklin, hop in here real quick. Did I make a convincing case? Because that's going to be our clip. I think that's fire, as the kids would say. I think it's lit. All right. But I do actually believe that. And again, Arizona, I don't care about 4 and 5 stars. I care about NFL talent. Let's talk a little bit of NFL talent or All-American / NFL talent, because I think that's kind of the same thing in college. Noah Fafita, is he an All-American level talent?
Yes.
Jonah Coleman. Again, might not get the numbers, but is he an All-American level talent?
Talent, yes.
Okay. T-Mac, is he an All-American level talent?
Yes.
Okay. Jonas Savaiinaea.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Ephesians Price, Takariyo Davis, NFL talents?
Yeah.
Okay. All-American talent, Jacob Manu?
He's good. All-American?
I
You think
mean,
I love Monty? You think Monty's one of the top 3 linebackers in the country?
he's going to be one of the top handful of returning linebackers in the country, is he not? I would love to see better stats. I'd love to see a linebacker with better stats than him returning.
All right, go for it.
All right, man. All right. I have made the case. And I believe that we won it. Kilroy, you're better than this. He says Washington didn't bring their A game against Arizona. I can say the same thing. Noah Fafito is playing in his first game as a starter, and in that first half, he looked shook.
By the way, Ryan Neal, our guy Ryan Neal, I'll put that up. He's right. Like, we're listing 10 All-American type of talents for Arizona. Like, do Georgia.
Okay.
Do the position that's not an All-American talent.
All right. Well, let's do. Why do I need to do Georgia? We can just do Washington.
Okay. Every single receiver on Washington would start in the NFL right now.
No, they wouldn't.
The top 3 guys.
Jalen Polk is starting in the NFL right now.
He could.
Jalen McMillan is starting in the NFL right now.
Yeah, probably. Odunze sure is.
Odunze? Notice how I didn't go with Odunze.
Right. Multiple offensive linemen.
Okay.
Quarterback is going to be, arguably, he's the best quarterback in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Johnson, solid running back.
Let me ask you this. What would you put the line at with Arizona, Washington?
I think Washington would be favored by like 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
Mike, they were favored by 12 earlier in the season.
And they won by 7, and they were on the ropes at the end of the game.
Washington would be favored. Let me see if I could find this.
And by the way, the Michigan thing, J.J. McCarthy, quarterbacks that don't throw, miss me with that. That doesn't do anything for me.
He's like the Trent Dilfer of...
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy. I'll take Noah Fafita all day over J.J. McCarthy. This is very good.
Let's see. Washington.
Oh, no. Washington's not going to struggle in the Big Ten. Washington's going to run the Big Ten.
So Washington is not a computer darling.
Okay. So this doesn't play into your hands. So what do you got?
No, it doesn't. According to Sagarin, they'd be favored by like a touchdown.
All right. Well, there you go. So
Sagarin also thinks that Penn State is better than Washington.
All right, so you're saying in the national title, you're saying that Arizona can't be a national title contender when they would be a 7-point underdog to a team that is in the national title game.
No. You're talking about next season too.
Right. All right, I'm just saying, Brad Rich, you also got to remember that this was Noah's first game. I'm going to keep going back to it. All right, you guys are not backing the A. I am backing the A. I am bringing facts. You guys are bringing emotions. All right, now let's see here. Arizona should get Dorian Singer back. That would help our national title aspirations, would it not?
Yeah, it would also the biggest reason is it would just be funny.
By the way, Penn State also, I'm going to say it one more time, Penn State stinks. This is another fake good team. The Big Ten is loaded with fake good teams. Penn State, Iowa, all these crap fake good teams, all of it. All right, you all stand with me. This short is going to be fire, Sheer. All right, now let's start talking about the positions that Arizona needs to fortify, and we're going to grade position by position right now so that Sheer can tell us why he's not backing the A. All right, quarterback. I'm going A+. You got one of the best returning quarterbacks in the country. You got 2 4-stars behind him, A+.
Yeah, obviously.
Right. Is a quarterback the most important position on the field, Sheer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, running back. I am going in A. You got Jonah Coleman. You got Pham. By the way, you see how yoked Pham is?
I did.
Yes. All right. Starting to look like his older brother, Michael Luke. Looks good. All right. But do we go A there? Where do you go?
I go B.
B. All right. B+, B-. Where you go?
Just B. I don't believe in the plus and minuses.
All right.
It's B. It's a solid B.
All right.
It's not an A. And I love Jonah Coleman, but I need more numbers from Jonah.
Yeah, but that was only because he had to split the carries.
B.
Right. All
part
right.
Part of that is Arizona too. Like, there's just not a lot. They don't go to the run sometimes. You don't know what you're going to get.
All right.
It's B's not bad.
All right. I don't like it at all. Wide receiver, Jason Sheer. Wide receiver.
Can I go TBD?
No, you got to go. What do you think you're having? A Kilroy, come on. You owe me a drink at Bob Dobbs for these.
Right now, it's
remarks.
probably a B. If they add another elite receiver, it's probably an A.
Okay, I think it's a B plus. I know you don't go into the pluses, but listen, when you return the best wide receiver in the entire country,
you also lose one of the best wide receivers in the entire country.
Yeah, but you just we're bringing back Dorian Singer. It's already been decided on the AZ Wildcats podcast. By the way, if you wanted to bet on all of this, you might say, Mike, where could I bet this? Well, thanks for asking. Check out the BetMGM Sportsbook. Sign up for BetMGM. Use bonus code PHNX. Place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app of at least $10. If your bet loses, your bonus bets will be available once your initial wager is settled. Check out the show notes for details. If you wanted to bet on Arizona next year and go against what Jason Scheer is saying, who is not back in the A, this would be the spot. Now, let's hear Shane Diefenbach with a disclaimer.
Problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., New York, or Ontario.
All right. Thank you, Jacob Franklin. Now it's time for the BetMGM, or Shane Diefenbach. It's time for the BetMGM Parlay Pick of the Week. I am taking Washington to win the game. And not only am I taking Washington, I'm taking Michael Penix to be the MVP of the game. How about that for a nice little parlay? What do you got, Scheer?
Yeah, I like it.
Right.
I actually agree with you. I think Washington's going to win this game.
I do too.
There's just something about that Pac-12 speed that they're not used to. I don't see how. I think Michigan's going to have to score, and I don't think they can do it.
I don't think they can score either. And when you got to play against a bunch of crap teams in the Big Ten, again, I still give the Big Ten nothing. All right, now let's talk about the O-line. Here's where it gets interesting. I'm going B because I got 4 solid starters. Now, we need to figure out that 5th one. I don't think the O-line is nearly as bad as it showed in that game. And quite frankly, I blame Jedd a little bit for this. Jedd's done an A-plus job. Jedd is the man. As I always say, I'm sitting here in my living room. Jedd is making millions of dollars. But I also think that he didn't put these guys in a position to be able to succeed either. Joe Bourgeon had no business being out there. I don't see that happening next year.
Yeah, I'll go B. All right. It's not higher, and yeah, I agree with Brett. It's probably closer to a C than it is an A.
All right. Well, all right. Fair enough. By the way, Dennis Walsh, Jacob Franklin, you're being called out on the podcast, Jacob Franklin. All right. Let's see here. Mike lied about me being here. I did not lie. I don't lie, Jacob Franklin. All right. Fair enough. But I will say this. If you can get that left tackle position stabilized, then there's a lot more upward mobility because Jonas Savaiinaea is awesome. Wendell Moy is good. Wendell Moy, my friends. I could see Raymond Polito taking a big step, and Josh Baker's solid. But I just can't have Joe Bourgeon out there. Also, what I would like to see happen, and this won't happen, but I'd like to see this happen. I'd like to see Big Jonah at left tackle. I'd like to see Raymond Polito at right tackle. I'd like to see Wendell Moy, our guy Leif, and then Josh Baker. It's not going to happen, but that would be my best offensive line there, Scheer.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah. I think Jonah's going to move back to guard.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it, but whatever. All right, now let's talk about let's talk a little bit about the tight end position. This is a total TBD. There's a lot of talent there, but we also got to see a little bit more.
You told me there is no TBD. You got to grade it. It's a C.
C. All right, fair enough. C with upward mobility. I don't think there's any chance the lineup stinks, but I also think that there's I'll go C, but there's potential to be much higher.
I'm a little worried about tight end. I would have liked to see them add someone in the portal, but Burnett needs to get better. They like Powell. We'll see. They like Dorian Thomas a lot.
Mm-hmm. One of the 38,000 D1 tight ends that the state of Oregon produced this past year. All right, now, defensive line. I am going a B-. We get back Big Bill Norton. BBN is back. BBN is massive. Losing Kungaika is a loss. There's no doubt about it. Kungaika can play. You still got Tia Savea back, correct?
Yeah.
You got
No.
Tia? No, I thought Tia Savea was back. No, it's not. It's Manoa that's not back. It's Tia Savea that is back. Look this up.
Yes. Are you sure?
I'm almost positive. I am almost positive.
I don't know.
I'm almost positive.
Yes. Yeah.
Take that.
You're
I knew. Yeah, wink, wink, wink. All right. So those two, obviously, Big Bill Norton coming back is fantastic. I also think out of my, you're going to see Deuce, and I think you're going to see Isaiah Rushing. Isaiah
Wow.
Isaiah.
Oh.
That was terrible. Isaiah Ward. I think you're going to see them both take a next step, and you're going to see more of the player development, Jason Shear.
Yeah, I think they need more, though. They need an end. They need another. Losing Taylor Upshaw is a big deal. Kanigaika, Arizona's actually working on getting him back. I don't think it'll work, but this is probably one of the only transfer portal guys I could think of that Arizona legitimately wants back. So we'll see on that one. But I don't think he'll come back. But the door's slightly ajar.
I would like to get him back, though, because he's the typical developmental player. All right, Brad Rich, can we get a DJ incoming transfer update? Wesselak, what do you got, Sheer?
No.
Yeah, I didn't know.
They dropped them. All I'll say, I don't want to put his stuff out there. He's not a bad dude, but Arizona's very careful after JDL with background stuff, like almost too careful. So,
right. Yeah, I get it. All right. So the D line, I'm going B minus C plus. But I do think that Deuce Davis is going to emerge this year, my friends.
Yeah, I love Deuce.
All right, yeah, there you go. And you were bashing Deuce You were bashing Deuce. You were literally bashing Deuce. And I told Russell Davis Sr. about this, and he's waiting for you. No, I'm just kidding. There's only one person in the media.
I like Deuce.
Yeah, no,
all right. Like Deuce Davis.
Linebacker's an interesting one because linebacker's a lot like wide receiver in that you've got a absolute monster at one position, and then it's totally, who knows what's going to happen. I go B just because Manu's so good, but there's a lot of question marks there.
I would be very, very surprised if they don't add a linebacker out of the portal. I think that is the number one position with the defensive end right now.
All right.
It's wide receiver, linebacker, defensive end. The problem is Justin Flo. I mean, he's fun to watch and all that. He's clearly not good enough. Tay Brown, Camuela, they're good, but I don't know if you want them starting. Look, we saw it in the Alamo Bowl. Martel Irby was starting at linebacker.
Right. All right. Now, the secondary. The secondary, I give an A. The secondary is fantastic. Matter of fact, for all you Michigan people there, I would make a case that Arizona has about as good a returning and as good a talented returning secondary as there is in the country.
I agree with you, actually.
All right.
I do.
All right. So, Sheer, you think Arizona's winning 6 games. I believe that Arizona is going to compete for a national championship. We'll see what happens.
I'm very curious what the over-under for wins is going to be because Vegas couldn't figure out Arizona the entire year.
I think Vegas is going to be on to Arizona. This is the first year that I think Arizona is going to be on. I'm going to say the over-under is going to be 9. No chance. You're crazy.
7.5.
7.5?
Yeah.
Well, the 7.5. That's some easy money. 7.5?
Yeah, maybe 8. You're not going to get 9. You're nuts.
All right. Jacob Franklin, what say you? Hop in here. We're adding Jacob Franklin. Jacob Franklin, get in here. Come on.
It'll be 7.5, dude.
All right, 7.5.
Shane says 8.5.
Is Shane Diefenbach back? Hey, real quick. Oh, is Shane back? Gosh, this guy, dude. All right, now I'm going 9. I'm going to say that's what it's going to be, 9. All right. So, anyways, now let's move on to and the kicking game is still solid. We agree on all of this. Sheer, do you believe, yes or no, is Arizona going to be in the playoffs next year?
Yes, I do think so.
All right, but you think they're going out in a big way in the first round. That's what you're saying.
So the way it's designed is Arizona would be playing the 1 seed in its first game, pretty much.
Let's see. He's right next to me, but he's not back. Oh, dude. Shane Diefenbach is back. You've met Shane Diefenbach before.
Yeah.
Hey, remember? Hey, we got a great Shane Diefenbach story. Remember when he didn't know who T-Mac was? Shane. We don't hold that against we don't hold that against Shane. All right. But either way, super excited about next year. I think I made a very, very good case for Arizona to compete for a national title because again, on the field against Washington, I didn't see a great disparity, especially in the second half to all you people. Did they let Shane out on That's very funny. Shane, you're getting roasted. All right. Now, let's get to a little bit of Arizona basketball. The line for this game is 9.5, which indicates to me that Cody Williams isn't playing. Arizona needs to win this game. Yes, you have KJ Simpson. Yes, you have De Silva. And Colorado's a solid team. Arizona needs to win this game, though, Sheer, and they should win this game. What say you?
Must win.
Mm-hmm.
Must win game. It's probably not a must win game, but must win game.
Right. It's a must win game for a variety of reasons too. First of all, you should be able to beat Colorado. Colorado's also good. Stanford isn't good. And also, my big key going forward is Kylan Boswell. We need Kylan Boswell to emerge. We need Kylan Boswell to get to an all-conference caliber player that we know he can be. We ask for much because he's been blessed with much.
So I went to the streets and I asked about Kylan Boswell. I asked the people that would know. And they said the biggest thing they're working with Kylan right now is that when his shot isn't going in, he lets it impact every single aspect of his game.
Right.
He gets down on himself, then he doesn't try as hard on defense and all that. They are very confident his shot will turn around. They just need to make sure that when it's in the process of turning around, he basically doesn't become a bad player in the process. So they're actually not as concerned with Boswell as like we are.
Okay. Well, all I want from him then, like we talked about before, shoot the open three. And if you got the open three, shoot it. Also, it's going to be interesting to see with KJ Simpson. KJ Simpson is definitely the leader in the clubhouse right now to be the conference player of the year. He's been very, very good. That last Sean Miller recruiting class had 2 duds, but man, KJ Simpson turned out to be good.
And Arizona dropped KJ.
Right. I mean, that was a mistake. Let's
say they dropped each other, but Arizona did it. Yeah. Oh, it was a mistake for sure.
Right. And keeping Shane Noel, but then dropping KJ Simpson, not.
Well, to be fair, they tried to drop Shane Noel too.
All right. Well, and he's like, and he didn't get the hint. All right.
Yeah,
Brad Rich says, my bad, bam, loading. All right. I would love to put that out there. But keep in mind, I don't know that all I've been saying is he hasn't been playing well. I haven't been saying, I said with Pella and Gunner that they weren't good. That was the difference here. I believe that Kylan Boswell is good. So I don't believe that there needs to be a my bad Kylan Boswell movement. Does there, Sheer?
No. I think Kylan is good. He's just struggling right now.
Yeah, I mean, I legitimately thought that Gunner Cruz. Oh, he did. Now I was right about Gunner Cruz. I legitimately thought that Gunner Maldonado stunk. So I don't need to. That is an apology. Either way, though, Arizona needs to win this game. Arizona needs to sweep this week. Because that line certainly indicates that there's going to be players out. So let's get that win. What do you say, Sheer?
Yeah, let's get that win, Mike.
Yeah, let's get that win.
That's what I say.
Hey, by the way, Jacob Franklin. So we got this new thing now where we're putting out even more content for the people. By the way, we're going to be having 6 shows, not just 5, although one's just going to be audio, so you don't get to look at me. But Jacob Franklin, can we do 2 clips, or would you have to do a short and a clip because we went long on that short? What say you, Jacob Franklin? Jacob, we're losing viewers the more you don't talk. All right. Well, either way, they'll both be clips. All right. Now, let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit then about what else we need to see from this team. Keyshawn Johnson. That's the other one. I need Keyshawn Johnson to get back into a groove. How Keyshawn got his groove back needs to be the staple of this.
Look at you.
That was
good.
Did
you ever see that movie?
Yeah, I saw it. It's not my type. How Sheer got his groove back. Did you like it?
It's been a while.
Well, yeah, it came out in like 1990.
I don't know if I remember it.
Yeah, it came back when did you ever see Devil in a Blue Dress with Denzel Washington?
I did. I did.
Yeah. Denzel's the man. I like Denzel a lot.
Yes.
Leave the stream since Jacob isn't showing up. Jacob, you're losing people right here. Robert Madrill is leaving the chat because Jacob
Hemorrhaging members right now.
Hemorrhaging membered. But yeah, Keyshawn, I need Keyshawn. Again, I don't need Keyshawn to score 38 points, but I need Keyshawn to get his groove back.
Yeah, it's another guy. Like, he's not defending well either. And the main reason you brought him in was rebounding and defense. And he did not defend well at all this past weekend. And so they're going to need him, especially if Tristan da Silva plays. Like, they need him in a bad way to defend and rebound, because Colorado, while I don't know if Colorado's as good as they look now, they're still tough. That's the one thing about Todd Boyle teams. They're always tough, and they always rebound pretty well. And Keyshawn has to bring it, and they need him. It's one of those situations where everyone has kind of lost their mojo a little bit at the same time. You can usually deal with it. Their groove. Usually you can deal with it if it's one guy and the other four playing well, whatever. This feels like it's everybody at once.
All right, so here's the keys to this game. You got to be able to shut down KJ Simpson. You also need to be able to defend the three for the first time in quite a while. Lampkin down low is going to be interesting. Obviously, with Da Silva and Williams, you don't really know if they're going to play because of the way the line is. But from an Arizona perspective, I need Boswell to shoot the open three. We need Keyshawn to get out there and actually, and play with the energy that he's had. And we just and Pella's got to step back up. This is a big game for a lot of individual guys across the board here.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, look, it's always the situation after a loss where Arizona played like crap against Stanford. We're picking on this guy, we're picking on that guy, and it's deserved. So I don't even want to call it picking. But if these guys come out tomorrow and play well, no one gives a crap about Stanford. Right. No one. We're back like, oh, we're back. And Tommy Lloyd, knock on wood, has never lost 2 games in a row at Arizona. So look, like, if Boswell plays well tomorrow, all is fine. It's just one of those situations. And so that's why, more than the final score, obviously the final score supported, you want to see how Arizona looks while doing it.
Yep, that's how we want to see it. And again, all right, there is the short right there, 32. We just did it again. All right, now Shane Diefenbach is back in town. Guess what? Shane Diefenbach, I assume. Listen, when you're traveling cross country, Sheer, what are you probably hitting up more than anything?
Circle K.
Circle K, without question. I can't even imagine the copious amounts of food/drink that Shane Diefenbach has gotten from Circle K. I would also be stunned if he wasn't part of the Inner Circle. Join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. Shira, you are also part of the Inner Circle. This is true.
I am the Inner Circle.
You are the Inner Circle. Exactly. Now, Illegal Pete's. All right, check out Illegal Pete's, my friends. Listen, growing up, I was never one of the cool kids. I never got invited to Illegal Pete's. But now that I'm an adult, they can't keep me out of Illegal Pete's. So I go to Illegal Pete's and I tell them that I will be there. All right, whether you're shopping for a margarita maniac or a queso connoisseur, Illegal Pete's is your one-stop shop to spread the cheer. Grab $100 in Illegal Pete's gift cards and get an extra $25 gift card for free. Looking for some holiday fun stocking stuffers? Check out their holiday merch. All t-shirts are just $15 through the end of the year. Okay. Now, going back to it, we need to talk a little bit about Paulius Morauskas. I think we're going to maybe see a little bit more of Paulius Morauskas. Now, listen, he's not going to play 85 minutes a game, but when he comes in, he's not a bad shooter, and I think that there's something to be said for changing it up a little bit. I think we might start seeing a little bit more Paulius.
It is, and Tommy said it after the Cal game, that basically he's made a decision to like pick a bench player and be like, you're getting minutes no matter what. And it was Philly B against Cal, and it was Morauskas against Stanford. Mm-hmm. We'll see if that continues. I think Morauskas is probably better suited for Colorado than Philly B.
Right.
But maybe that, and we got Tommy later, maybe we'll ask him, but I think Morauskas is a guy that can spread the floor a little bit and is important in that way. Again, you wish he was better defensively or did a little bit more of other stuff.
Beggars can't be choosers.
5 minutes a game, 10 minutes a game, shoot some threes. Why not?
All right. Now, Rick Barons. All right. It says, this is great. Mike and Sheer, I need your take. Did we cheat to win away from Colorado in 2014? No.
Absolutely not.
Arizona.
That was out of our hands.
Yes, that was out of our hands. We had nothing to do with that. We can't explain cheating from other sources. It's only cheating if you were involved in it. Like I said, if we can't blame that. The cheating.
Had Arizona goaltended and gotten away with it, that would have been cheating. We can't control what the refs do.
TLN, this is a great one. The cheating movement is really, how is the ref not making a call cheating? Because he's supposed to make the right call. If he's
we can't control what a ref does.
Yes, if he,
Oklahoma in the Alamo Bowl was just hold it the entire game. They were trying to cheat.
Dude, they tried to cheat that game away from us, and we are not going to let that happen. Now let's see here. This is a great one. TLN says, if Boswell continues to suck, does Arizona start cheating? Arizona.
That's a real question. That's a real question.
I'm not exactly sure on this one, Sheer. That is a great question for Tommy Lloyd in the press conference. What time do you consider cheating if Kylan Boswell?
We may find out. We could very well find out tomorrow.
All right. Now, do you think there ever is a point, though? Is there ever a point when Jaden Bradley legitimately starts cutting into those minutes or not?
Yes. But the problem is,
you don't like Jaden. I get it.
No, but we look at smaller picture. And like I said, like the coaching staff feels that Kylan's going to work his way out of it. If you feel that way, you can't just all of a sudden be like, by the way, you're going to work your way out of it, but you're only playing 20 minutes a game.
Right.
You just can't. I literally think he has like January, the entire month to turn it around. I really do.
Now, let's ask. This is a great question. Tony Clifton, what can we get Bruce to ask in the presser?
Oh, I can get Bruce to ask anything.
I think at some point we need to ask him about, do you think you could get Bruce to ask about cheating?
Ooh, that one's tough, but I'll try. I'll give it a shot.
Oh, hey, I mentioned, Jacob Franklin, were you able to load that video that I sent you for, we need to talk about this. Jacob?
He lost.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Jacob Franklin did not post that or did not put that video in. We will not hold it against him. But Ryan Neal said Boswell is becoming too one-dimensional. He only takes threes and long twos, needs to get to the rack more often. That's what it is. It's just that I just need him to take open shots. I don't care if you go 0 for 12, take the shots. That's my biggest gripe with him is that he's passing up open looks. You're a good shooter, take the shots.
Yeah, just go, just shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. If it doesn't go in, it doesn't go in. Again, I am a firm believer that good shooters will come around, and I think Kylan Boswell is a good shooter.
All right, now Brad Rich says, let's see. Bruce. This is true. Bruce is starting to annoy
Bruce
Tommy.
Starting to wear on Tommy a little bit. You saw that post game Stanford presser where Bruce was pushing a little bit.
Yeah. We gotta. How do we gently? Because we have a group chat going with Bruce. How do we gently tell Bruce to ask what he needs without? I don't see. That's the thing with Bruce.
Yeah,
Bruce is gonna Bruce.
Yeah, you gotta let Bruce cook, man. You can't tell Bruce how to Bruce.
You can't see. This is He already
When Phil Jackson coached Michael Jordan, he let Michael Jordan pretty much be Michael Jordan, right?
Yes.
You got to let Bruce be Bruce.
You got to let Bruce, because then it takes away that Bruce needs wink. Do you think Bruce would actually? Oh, hey, all right, we got to show this video for all. And Shane, Jacob, is Shane Diefenbach still here as well? We got to show this video to all you out here. When I was out scouting Pima basketball, this is totally off topic. You guys got to see this dunk. That I. Sheer, one more time, Jacob Franklin. What do we need to do to get this kid at Arizona in a year?
Look, I'm just going to say this. This kid is basically Bijan Cortez, right?
Right.
And we tried.
Yo, well, you lied about Bijan Cortez. Hey, you guys want to hear what a scoundrel Sheer can be at times when it comes to the recruiting game? Listen to this. So
this is not true.
This is 100% true. So listen to this. So Sheer was talking about, I was Googling Bijan Robinson and somehow it redirected me to some guy named Bijan Cortez that I think was playing like like in like Whitewater, New Mexico, or something like that. So, anyways, but he's not a bad basketball player. So I told him, I said, Sheer, let me write, and this is before Sheer fired me. And I said, Sheer, let me write a profile about this kid. And he said, absolutely not. And then Sheer told me, he said, if Arizona reaches out to him, I'll let you write a profile on him. Guess what happened? Justin Gainey, coach at the time, reached out to Bijan Cortez. Guess what? Sheer said you still can't write a profile about him. What say you? Come on, come clean.
No, that's true. That's 100% true. By the way, going back to the early part of the show, just now, I know we don't use them as our betting, but BetOnline has dropped their college football title odds for next season.
Oh, where's Arizona at?
Arizona has the 23rd best odds.
Oh, that's terrible.
100 to 1.
Get in there right now. Get in there right now.
Win the title. Georgia and Alabama are 500. They are the favorites. Or Big 12 teams ahead of Arizona. I know that's what you want to know. There's Kansas State and Utah have better odds than Arizona.
All right, I don't agree with that. Also, where is Iowa?
Iowa is 250 to 1. So Arizona has better odds than Iowa.
Okay.
23rd best odds to win the national title in football is pretty crazy for Arizona.
That's
better odds than Florida, better than Nebraska.
Yeah, I mean, if you're better than Florida and Nebraska, 2 5-win teams, you guys are being funny right now. You guys are being funny. Where's ASU?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me look.
Yeah.
ASU barely on the list.
Ooh.
850 to 1.
Wow.
In between powerhouses, Boston College and Pittsburgh.
We do agree, though, that these are good. These are good odds to take for Arizona.
Oregon State 500 to 1. I know you're wondering.
Oh yeah. What about Washington State?
Oregon State and Washington. Washington State's 1,000 to 1.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Kilroy, the Snoop Dogg cereal. This is probably I don't know. I got some inside information. It's very good. Have we ruled Sheer out as a Kia boy? I can't
make cars. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, dude. Plus, Sheer would have to slide through the window. That ain't happening. Let's see here.
God, that was really mean.
You went to Portillo's yesterday.
I did. It was good, man.
What'd you get?
It was like 8:00 at night too. I went easy. I got the Chicago dog.
Oh yeah. All right. Did you get a shake?
No, I've never had that shake.
The shake is really
funny.
Good.
Okay, I weigh more than you, very clearly. You eat so much worse than I do. Tell everyone your order the other day.
Well, all right. So I got the. I'm trying to think. All right. So I got the fries. I got the beef and steak sandwich, and then I got the large. Chocolate cake shake. That's actually, for me, that's actually kind of a light meal, Sheer.
Yeah, I got a Chicago dog and a soda.
The lemon cake is great. You need to try. I'm telling you, Sheer, you need to try the shake. It's very good.
Did you see? Now we walked in the other day, and now they just sell the whole. They have right by the where you pay. They just have the chocolate cake.
They have it right there, as they should.
Yeah. They got the.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you about the Grand Theft Auto, the Grand Theft food that I saw occur there? So like when you go in there, when you go into Portillo's and you have your you go into Planet Fitness, no Vasa, buddy. Come on. So when you go into Portillo's, you know how there's like that delivery little thing, like that's off to the left side. There was a guy, like this is about a week ago when I went in there. There was a guy, and there's always like big bags and everything. There was a guy that went in there and had there was like 4 bags, and he just walked out with all of them. And I was watching that. I'm like, And then, so I'm thinking maybe it's like a delivery service or DoorDash or whatever. So I asked the guy at the counter, I said, so a lot of orders over there. And he looked over and he said, no, that's called theft. And I asked him, I said, how do you know it's theft? And he said, well, if you look, he said, there's like a DoorDash, then there's like a Uber Eats, and then there's something below it or whatever. And he said he took all of them. That is not cool. Gosh. I will say, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, if money ever gets a little tight, then maybe. Also, if money isn't tight, or if money is tight, either way, Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Sure, have you ever stayed here?
I don't think I have. No, I've been there though.
You've seen like the blue waves.
Yes.
All right. Now check it out. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit playathila.com for more details. Again, they offer an authentic and immersive experience with an unprecedented level of entertainment and excitement that you won't find anywhere else in the desert. They've set a high bar. Rick, that was a great transition. There was nothing wrong with that transition. You agree with this, Sheer?
Yeah, that was fine. What's wrong with that?
Right. Yes, that's there's nothing wrong with that at all. All right. Now, also, no better time to become a PHNX diehard, my friend. Check it out. Check it out. Get Discord. You can get merch. You can get even more access to Jacob Franklin. Who doesn't want more access to that? But again, go become a PHNX diehard. Hey, Jacob, do we still have those shirts? I think Jacob Franklin has tuned me out. Yes. Oh, I used to go to, these things. Again, get these things now. The hot cakes are going like crazy, and they are these. Check it out. All right. Now, Mike, I did used to go to Fuddruckers. I haven't been to Fuddruckers. Oh, is Fuddruckers still open?
No, I think it's gone.
Did you ever go there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't totally my place, but
it was far though.
Yeah, but I was gonna say it's definitely on the east side for you. By the way, have you been to Walk Grill or whatever? It's like right off of University and Mountain.
No.
Or it's like Walk Fire and Grill or something. I had this last night. I would highly recommend this. This is very, very good. You should check it out, Sheer.
Well, you should maybe give me the name to it.
Oh, hold on. Let's look it up. This is great live broadcasting. Hold on.
Oh, Walk Fire and Grill.
Yeah. Walk Fire and Grill. Check it out. It's very good. The people there are very nice as well. It's a very scrumptious food.
All right, I will. I will check it out.
All right. Before we sign off here, Sheer, where can they find you?
WildcatAuthority.com, Wildcat Scoop Podcast with Shelby, and at Jason Sheer on Twitter.
Oh, hey, Tony Clifton. Yes. Have you been? I've heard of this. I've heard this before. Rollies. Have you been to this? I've heard very good things.
Yeah, I go all the time.
Do you really?
I haven't been in a while, but yeah, Shelby used to know the owner when she worked with.
Before Brad got heard the job in Marana.
Yeah.
All right. Rollies on South 12. All right. All right, I will check. I will. Yeah, we've turned into the Food Network. Mike, what's your least favorite? That's a great question. My least favorite food, or least favorite place to eat. Well, I probably don't go there a lot if I don't like it. But that's a great question. I don't like Arby's at all. I don't like Arby's. And I don't think anybody else likes Arby's. I think Arby's is a front because I've never seen anybody actually in Arby's.
I had Arby's a couple of weeks ago on the way on the road. When I drove, I had a big drive. I got some Arby's.
Did you like it?
It's not bad. You got to you can't think of what you're eating. Arby's is good, man.
That's terrible if you say you can't think what you're eating.
Arby's is good.
Like, oh man, yes. The 99.
Jacob just said Arby's is elite.
Arby's is elite.
Arby's is good, underrated, if anything.
Oh, hey, before we sign off, I have a Ted Wardo story for all of you. Ted Wardo. So my parents, they're getting a little up there. Oh, Long John Silver's. I had forgotten.
Cody eats Long John Silver's, dude.
What's that?
Cody eats Long John Silver's.
I hated Long. Yes, that's a great call, Brad.
That is a good one.
Long John Silver's. Watch, I actually got in trouble one time for bashing a place, and they're like, we're looking at being a sponsor or something, so I got to be careful. But Long John Silver's did nothing for me. All right, so quick story about Ted Wardo. So anyways, my parents get a little bit up there in years, so they purchased a service dog who will be arriving to their house in about 2 months. By the way, you know how expensive these things are?
They got a service dog?
Yeah. And it's like total, it waters the lawn. It gets the mail, it like hooks up your internet for you. It's like it's not a service dog like those schemer ones where they just put like a backpack on and say, it's a service dog. But so anyways, a big part of it is that Ted Wardo is over there a lot of time. Hashtag Ted Wardo. But Ted Wardo is very territorial. And so we're having to get another trainer to deal with Ted Wardo on his territorial stuff. Now, the service dog's awesome because it can basically just pick Ted Wardo up and fling him around wherever he wants. But you're going to be getting a lot of updates. Ted Wardo is going to probably be over here a lot more. So that means that you're going to see a lot more of Ted Wardo in this.
That's the best.
Yeah, the underbite. By the way, JP66, dang right. When he says Mike is right about the double del, though, I'll admit it. You got to admit, Sheer, there's been very few people. By the way, we've talked about food for like 20 minutes. This is fantastic. You got to admit, there's very few people that have not liked the double del cheese burger.
I've never had it.
Cody had it, and Cody James Martin is predispositioned not to like me. So when he says it's good, it's good.
That's true.
All right. Let's see here. All right, guys. This is turned into nonsense. As always, we appreciate you. Post-game show tomorrow. By the way, you get to see a little bit more of me. Going to be doing a 6 show a week. But on that note, appreciate all of you. For Jason Shear, the great Jacob Franklin, Shane Diefenbach back in town in the Winnebago for a little while. I am merely Mike Luke. And to quote Dennis Walsh, back the A, back the Mike, back the Shear, back the walk, and back the great Jacob Franklin. You have been listening to the AC Wildcats podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.